Hello drone racers, today it's time to give away the Visuo drone. For the second June 2017 giveaway, we had 1,060 entrances with 6,000 actions taken, so that was pretty awesome. After all of that, a random winner was selected, and it is Paulo from Lisbon, Portugal. So this will be my first chance to try and ship one of these internationally. Unfortunately, it's kind of a bigger one. We'll see how that goes, but I will contact Paulo and we'll go from there. One of the things that was interesting this month is I added a question about what you will do with this drone, and there were definitely some people who got the wrong impression about what this is. I think they did think this really was a Mavic. There were a lot of answers like, I would give it to my little brother so he could have a drone, or I'd give it to my husband who wants to play with it in the house and in the backyard, and that's what this drone is. There were some other people that said, I would fly this up and down the coast of Ireland, or I would use it to scout out all the locations on my property, which happens to be 100-acre farmland, to see what's going on and watch wild animals. No, none of that is happening with this drone. That is not what this is. This is an app-controlled toy drone, but it's a pretty cool app-controlled toy drone for what it is, but you're not going to be scouting up and down the coast of Ireland, sorry. So with that, we're starting a new giveaway right now. This is a LiDiRC Racing Octopus drone. It's basically a Wi-Fi tiny whoop, which is really interesting, I think, because it's like $25 and it gives you a full tiny whoop with the options for upgraded motors and propellers and whatnot that you would do with a tiny whoop. But it's all Wi-Fi controlled, so you don't have to have a controller or goggles, and it makes it really cheap. And they're selling this thing for $25, so I'm really curious to see how good or bad it is. But either way, it's what we're going to give away. There's a link in the description and the comments down below where you can follow to sign up, just like last time. We're going to use Gleam. That seems to be working pretty well, and I think it's interesting with the questions. There is a new way to get points, and that's by going and checking out my Patreon page. I've created a Patreon page because all of this stuff is really expensive, and I don't want to just have to bring you the cheap $25 stuff. I want to be able to bring you the GT200 drone, which is $250, so you can decide if that's worth it as well. So I've set up a Patreon page where you can help support the channel if you'd like to, so we can do more reviews and even more giveaways, including additional Patreon only giveaways. This will probably be the first Patreon only giveaway. It's the Aurora 68 that I reviewed a couple of months ago, and I liked it a lot, especially once I got the camera adjusted just right. It worked really well for me, but I've got so many micro drones to review right now, this probably isn't going to come back out, so I'm going to give it to somebody else, and it'll go to somebody supporting the channel through Patreon, assuming anybody actually cares and signs up. The Patreon channel isn't just about giveaways though. It'll probably be the closest inner circle of options for communications to let you know. Sometimes vendors will let me know about super secret deals like the FreeSky Tyrannus Q7 that you could get for $65 or $70 one day, and it was really limited time offer, and I can post that on Patreon so people there can snatch them up first. Also should be a better way to just have communications and ask questions and whatnot than what we can do in the comments section on YouTube. So I'm really excited. I think it'll be really interesting, and you know what, I've set up a couple goals right now. I don't know where it will lead, but if it ends up being popular enough, maybe we can do a lot more videos all the time. Who knows? But for now, make sure you go sign up and try and win this Octopus racing drone. The review will be available on the channel before the giveaway is finished, so I will link to that review once it's done and in place. And until next time, remember, even with the little bulbous head, an octopus should have 8 propellers, not 4. It's kind of weird.